Guys, how's it going? In today's video, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and is it a buying opportunity. This guy named Beat the Bush, I watched some of his videos. He bought into Bitcoin when it was like $2,000 or $3,000, and then he sold out at $18,000, 18.5K, which is amazing. That's like the perfect scenario. And he says that he might buy back in, but I'll let him explain it in his own video. So stay tuned.
So a lot of you have kept on asking me in the comment section, what about Bitcoin? When are you going to buy back in? One of the earliest videos I had was I sold all my Bitcoin. Now, I sold it around $18,000 or so. I don't even remember what the average selling price is. I think it was something like $16,500. So this is a full $10,000 more than the current price. At that time in the video, I made a whole bunch of arguments why I want to sell out of it. This is mainly from drawing an equivalent to bubbles such as tulips or whatever, and people kept on saying, oh, it's not anything like tulips. Bitcoin has a utility. Tulips is a flower. Yeah, you know, all this, of course, is obvious. You point out the obvious. Of course, the tulip is a flower. Of course, Bitcoin is a little different. There's always going to be something that's a little bit different, something that always catches people, some sort of believable new idea with it that would cause you to think that this time is going to be different. This time is not going to be a bubble. So my whole theory with this is, oh, okay, I'm going to sell out before the bubble pops. I tried to time it as well as I could, and I did not even believe that I could time it. It turned out relatively well, but then, you know, selling at 18,000, and then when it goes to 20,000, you know, you have sort of a fear of missing out type of thing. You feel a bit of regret. And yeah, I have to admit that when it went up $2,000 more, I'm like, oh shoot, you know, I could have sold it a little bit later, make a little bit more money. But in the end, look what happened. I wait half a year later, everything is fine. Even with my average sellout price, I still made more than $10,000. Yes, I had more than one Bitcoin, so it was $10,000 more. This thing is about $2,000, so I could buy 5 of these things. I sold out. I have the negligible amount of it, you know, less than 0.001 of it. And if you ask me, I don't actually plan to buy into it. Let me reiterate what my plan going forward. It's always been like this. When I sold out, I'm like, I'm not going to buy back in until, you know, it tapers down to, I forget what I said. It was like 3,500 or something. When you look at a bubble, the rate of increase keeps on increasing. It's not just like a linear curve. It's just kind of like a hockey stick. The slope of it is a certain amount for 1 week. The next week is a little bit higher, and then a little bit higher. And then I try to catch it at the top, but, you know, I couldn't do it. And then the prediction with any kind of bubble, like the tulip, it just sort of drops back down. It goes to death. It goes to nothing. And I'm not going to say like Bitcoin is going to do this. And for me, I really have no idea if it's going to, you know, come back alive later on. Maybe it's going to go to $100,000 later on. I don't know. If it does that, I'm going to be like, oh, darn it, I should have never sold out and hold out for like 4 or 5 years. But hey, I did. A lot of things happened with Bitcoin since I sold it within these 6 months. You know, there's hacking involved. There's a whole bunch of people that are normal holders of Bitcoin that kept on selling. All these different things keep on going on, like political things where, you know, the government is not liking it. I did not predict any of that. I just thought, well, you know, things are going to happen. To me, my initial prediction was that after it pops, it's going to come down, okay? It's just gonna taper off like that, kind of like a logarithmic slope. And the deal with this is, it's an average slope that I'm talking about. You have to average over several months. So as I sold out of it, every single month, someone would come back to me saying, hey, you know, have you FOMO'd yet or something? You know, it goes down to like 8,000. I make a video about it, how I sold it, and then it comes back up, pops back up to 10,000. Maybe it might happen here. Right now, Bitcoin is 6,500 or so, and, you know, after I release this video, maybe it goes out back to 10,000. I don't know. But you can see that the general trend is over the last 6 months, it's been down, and that's what I anticipated. And you know, people want to find out what my views are going forward. What's my view going the next year or something, the next 6 months even. I've said this before, which is, I feel like after it pops, it probably takes 2 or 3 years. people are going to have a bad taste in their mouth. People are afraid of Bitcoin. You can see on Google Trends, people are less interested in Bitcoin. This video probably won't do that well because people aren't that into Bitcoin these days. When people see it, you know, it's not going to be a trending topic anymore. So my prediction with this is that, yeah, it's going to keep on tapering off. It might fluctuate, come up and down and stuff, but the general trend is gonna sort of glide downwards for the next 2-3 years. And you know, right now I don't really know if it's gonna come back up to 10,000, come back up to 20, 100,000 even. My stance with this is I'm gonna wait at least 6 more months or so. I don't know, it might be shorter or something, but I'm gonna play it as I see it. I'm gonna keep on monitoring it. I keep on coming back to look at Bitcoin news and stuff. Maybe once every 2-3 weeks or so, you know. When it was hot, people look at it every single half hour or something. Now, you know, I look at it not that often, you know. Sometimes I, you know, take a peek and go, oh yeah, Bitcoin, okay, that's where it is, that's great, you know. I go do my own thing, and I'm gonna keep on monitoring it to see if it's a good time to buy in. But for now, I feel like, you know, it's not gonna be a good buy-in time for, you know, a good while. So don't quote me on this. I'm just, you know, it's always terrible to make a prediction because, you know, you could be terribly wrong. And this is the same thing with my initial prediction of Bitcoin popping. I could have been wrong, but hey, you know, I got lucky. I was right. Whatever, you know, it could have been either way. I'm not like trying to say that I'm like a prophet or anything, that I know the future. This is my prediction. You know, you can just look at this, you know, 6 months later, come back to this video and look at it and see if it's right. You know, if I'm wrong, I'll be like, ha ha ha, I was wrong. Oh great, I didn't lose any money. I could have made more money, but you know, oh well, that's the way things go. You can't always be able to make money in every little opportunity that there is.
Okay, that's it for the video. I can't believe I can actually just take people's videos and then monetize it and then just make money off of it. But I thought his video was pretty good, so I wanted to show you guys. Right now, Bitcoin is kind of declining. You can see the price right there, $6,700 US dollars. Will I ever buy Bitcoin? If it ever hits $2,000, I will attempt to buy Bitcoin, because I believe that Bitcoin will always have a value, even if it's like, say, $1,000 for Bitcoin. Since people saw the fact that the Bitcoin hit 20,000 US dollars, the fact that if it ever hits 1,000 US dollars, people are gonna buy it regardless, because they saw that there was value to it when it hit when it hit 20,000 US dollars. So if Bitcoin ever hits 2,000-3,000 US dollars, I don't know, I'll attempt to buy, or I can just buy the stock. So there's a few stocks. Before I review these stocks, I just want to point out that on December 18th, for all these stocks I'm about to show you, they all had a huge spike. So huge spike, huge spike, huge spike, huge spike, except for Hive. Hive is the only one that really didn't have a huge spike around that time. So like these are all Bitcoin stocks. I'm not too sure what they do, because I never really looked into them. I think, yeah, but yeah, I bought this stock when it was like 3 or 4 cents, and like I sold out at like 5 cents, but because back then I was nervous about Bitcoin. I didn't really understand it. It was a hot subject. I thought there was the possibility of it rising, and I don't know, I just sold out too early. This stock, I still have 6 cents. I still have the stock at 6 cents. But this is also, I'm guessing you can gamble on this. It could go back up. Like, I don't think the stock will go bankrupt. It's basically a digital currency exchange rate. I got greedy. I saw the stock spike up all the way to 75 cents. I was debating with my friend, oh, should I sell this? Should I sell it? But then I was like thinking, oh, I didn't have that much. I only had 10,000 shares, but still, that was like, I don't know, like 3,000 or 4,000% return. So I was extremely excited, but I got greedy. I should have sold out. I hold on, and it basically decreased to nothing. Hopefully, there's another spike in the future, and I'll get a chance to sell it out again. But I don't have many shares, so it's not that big of a deal to me. This one, I think this one is connected to Bitcoin. They had a reverse split not too long ago, so the shares, they increased the amount of shares they have. This thing has a $2.02 billion market cap, so it's still worth a lot of money right now. It's basically tied to Bitcoin price, so this is also a good buy, like, I mean, a recommendation, sorry, not buy, but a recommendation. These are only recommendations for you guys. If you guys are interested in others, like, instead of like actual investing in Bitcoin, you invest into these stocks instead. And Hive is basically a server farm. I bought I think it was 5,000 shares at 95 cents, and then today I put in an like today, June 18, 2018, I put in a buy order at 91 cents, but I never bought it. So what I mean, like, this stock, this company farms, like, not Bitcoin, but it farms Ethereum, I think Ripple, and some other probably Litecoin, because but I'm not too sure exactly what the company mines, but I'm pretty sure they don't mine Bitcoin, like, because Bitcoin doesn't use GPUs to mine. They use some kind of other technology device thing. I don't know too much about it because I've never really mined Bitcoin. I've never been a passion or interest in my opinion. And electricity, yeah, I mean, yeah, I never really had a passion for it. I'm more of a stock guy, so I might buy some Bitcoin if it ever dips to 2,000. If you notice, it's $115 billion market cap, even though the stock price is only 6,700. That's insane. That's like 5 times Canopy, or wait, no, way more than 5 times. Like 20 times Canopy market cap, and like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand Bitcoin. I don't understand why it's valued so much. I don't understand why people are so interested in it, or used to be interested in it. Maybe it was very good marketing. A lot of people just talking about it and getting hyped, because a lot of people seem to get like hyped when stock rises. So, like, get excited, sorry. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, please give me a thumbs down. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.